I'm back and it's gonna be an insane, crazy year. I'm going harder than ever before. I'm probably gonna get canceled. I'm probably for real gonna get canceled this time. Why not start out the year talking about some fraud? I don't know if you've been keeping up with the whole Somali daycare fraud situation. Not Johnny Somali, like Somalians. By the way, it's not just Somalians. This is happening all over the country, every state. Other people from other cultures, other countries are doing this shit too. It just so happens that Somalians are the ones that got caught out. And they're just kind of like an ethnic group that stuck together. It's not really a race thing. I don't know, it's a bunch of stupid bullshit. I'm pretty much just laughing at it because this shit, oh man, it's so bad. By the way, it's much, much worse than what we're seeing. This is just the stupid people that got caught doing it out in the open. We're gonna react to the latest from Nuxanor. What the fuck? They fucked up big this time. This is a Nick Shirley update. Apparently, a gang of Somalians are trying to kill him. How about that? Didn't see that coming at all.
It's a new year, and there are more unhinged left and Islamist freaks trying to game end the lives of people that call them out. So this video is almost like a public service announcement, because it's really important for people to know how dangerous it's getting, specifically for Nick Shirley. You might recognize him. He's the
for everybody.
The guy that did the super viral video.
It's super dangerous for the country.
Exposing all the leering centers in Minnesota of Somalis committing infinite fraud.
I'm just mad that I didn't think of the scam first. I could have opened up a leering center. Is that still an option? Can I still do that? I mean, obviously nobody's gonna actually get in trouble for this.
What? We imported an entire community of 255,000 pirates, and they're pillaging our land.
Oh no!
I personally didn't see this coming at all.
And they don't even think it's a bad thing.
And I just wanted to say, as just a disclaimer, I really hate that the 255,420 Somalis that aren't assimilating to culture, they're really ruining it for the other 30 Somalis that are assimilating it to the culture. And that's honestly pretty terrifying. So this guy, Nick Shirley, made this super viral video exposing the leering centers. Yeah, we're going to talk about the leering center. Don't worry. We're going to talk about the leering center. They responded and it's diabolical. So 134 million views.
You know, they probably shouldn't have responded at all. They probably shouldn't have said anything because now everybody's talking about the leering center. Because they responded? Like, are you serious? Just shut the fuck up. That's what I say about, like, literally everybody that has any kind of problem. Just don't say anything at all. I'm not trying to give them advice, but they're too stupid to watch somebody like me anyway. So it doesn't even matter.
Later, this guy's life is being threatened everywhere. They're attacking him in public. CNN is dropping hit pieces on him, investigating him instead of investigating the fraud.
Yeah, I saw that. They kept dropping words like, or in phrases like right wing and YouTuber.
He is actually
they're definitely painting a narrative.
Getting harassed constantly. He's getting unbelievable amounts of death threats, and I hope he's okay.
They're so mad. The Somalians are so mad because can you imagine? For years you're at the dinner table talking with your family about how everything's good. Oh, we don't need to worry because the government and whatnot. I mean,
yeah, we don't need to worry about our infinite fraud because the government will just call them racist. The government will just call anyone that exposes us as racist.
Yeah, and that doesn't work anymore because nobody cares. If you call somebody a racist nowadays, they're just gonna agree with you. They're gonna say, yeah, what of it? What are you gonna do about it?
81% of these people are on welfare, but on top of that, they're collecting millions of dollars for these companies. Tax exempt, by the way, especially the daycares. So can you imagine how...
Yeah, so tax exempt, millions of dollars that are being used to...
So this is how you live the American dream. You have to defraud the government. I'll keep that in mind.
Funnel it towards Somalian terrorist organizations in Somalia, as well as funding Somali politicians, as well as funding individuals, all from our dime.
I mean, apparently people are allowed to just do it. And the government will lie for you. They'll cover it up. The government basically, in the media, just basically allows people to commit fraud. So why don't we all do it? What's to stop us? They love it, apparently.
Tax exempt. Truly diabolical. And the government turns a blind eye to this. Simply put, they turn a blind eye to it Because they import infinite Somalis to vote for them. The government gets the votes, and they get infinite money that we work for.
Mad they are now. Like, that's why they're right now. There's like, people are so upset. Like, there's like bounties on me here in Minnesota because people are so upset.
They put bounties on Nick Shirley. Be careful out there, guys.
As far as the fraud that's being exposed, because they know their time's up and they know everyone's just sick and tired of this happening inside their own state and across America.
What have some of those threats been?
Yeah, there was apparently like a bolo that they used. That's the word that some people told me was on me, and I can't reveal too much just because I don't want to reveal. Like, yeah, lots of messages, death threats, obviously on social media, and
I mean, I get death threats, so I'm sure he got way more.
And it's just not the most safe thing for me to be moving around freely right now.
Yeah, so the left is angrier at this guy for exposing hundreds of millions of dollars of fraud than they're upset at the people that were brought into our country against our will to rape and pillage our land. Understand where we're at. Bolo means be on the lookout. So anywho, before we get to the Leering Center, you have to understand. So Nick Shirley, so Elon Musk actually retweeted this because fraudsters want to kill him for telling the truth.
Yeah. And it's not just fraudsters, it's leftist freaks. It's not just the Somalis. It's just crazy people who buy into left-wing talking points and like get into these echo chambers online, and they talk with other like-minded freaks, like in Discord servers and shit. These people have violence on the mind constantly. They need to be locked in a fucking box.
Which is just completely accurate. So this is wild. Nick Shirley revealed posts that he's been, like, messages he's been getting constantly. This is gonna be you, April 27th, 2026, in a muddy ditch alongside highway with a specific marker on the highway. Enjoy your last couple of months, buddy. Now, again, I get death threats all the time, so I'm not surprised to see this, but it's scary. It's scary as fuck, especially because, I mean, I sit here and I talk shit on the internet. I recognize that
even as small a creator as I am, basically nobody watches me, I get death threats. It's crazy.
he is in a great deal more danger than I am, especially from, you know, violent inbred people. Not trying to be controversial here or anything, but one of the side effects of inbreeding is violence. You know, the chances of you
low IQ also violence.
Being violent increases by 4 times if you're inbred, and Somalis fuck their cousins. I'm not trying to be contriversial here or anything. I'm just saying
Probably more than their cousins.
What it is. All right. So it got worse. Leftists are threatening are threatening Nick Shirley.
They're trying to turn him into Charlie.
Calling him the next Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
I'm not just talking about the Somalians. I'm talking about leftists.
Yep.
Understand this.
Leftoid freaks.
Leftist Americans are furious that this guy exposed people stealing our money. Do you understand how insane that is? And leftists are saying, you're going to be the next Charlie Kirk. We're going to Kirk you.
Have you gotten any threats? Like actual death threats?
Yeah, well, in person and also
Can you tell me
online.
about that? Like, are they messaging you saying, we're going to get you? What are they saying to you?
Yeah, like they're saying, oh, like Kirked. You're going to be Kirked.
You're going to be Kirked. That's what they're saying to you.
Yeah, like you're the next, you'll be the next Kirk.
That's terrifying, man. You know, that's horrible. Like, this is a 23-year-old kid. All right. And, you know, he went out there looking into fraud. And because the fraud is following conservative talking points, now all of a sudden, all the leftists think that he's that he's the next Charlie Kirk. Because let's be real, this is going to radicalize a fuck ton of people that are on the fence about politics.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm fucking pissed about this whole situation. This whole Somali daycare fraud and, like, home health fraud thing. It pisses me off, man. Because I want to do that. I want to make all those millions for nothing, for doing absolutely nothing. Where's my money?
Of course it's going to radicalize them. Of course it's going to introduce the idea that mass immigration is actually fucking bullshit. And now he has to go through this, man. He has to look over his shoulder in every single one of his videos. He will never be able to enter another rally unnoticed.
And it's just like, are you kidding me? 'Cause it's not even, like, I hate what's happening right now. Like, I feel bad for my family, honestly, because it's like, yeah, like, we didn't do anything wrong. And yet you guys are coming after me like I'm some sort of villain, right? So I'm like, my little sister's getting phone calls. I'm like,
bro,
why are you guys doing this?
Your little sister's getting phone calls.
Yeah, from, like, the news. I'm like, okay, don't talk to my family. I mean, some news in India, they doxed my home, they doxed my dad, they doxed my...
Oh my God.
It was really weird. I haven't even told my dad about that because I just don't want to even bother him.
He knows
You
now.
know now.
And probably he should have known that was going to happen. I kind of feel bad for him because that's kind of a retard move. Like, skill issue, you should have known. Maybe probably should have put in the steps to keep everybody safe before you exposed hundreds of $millions of fraud. Like, that probably would have been a good move to prepare for that.
But like they put it, like it's just like, are you guys kidding me? Like, why are you guys coming after somebody for going against fraud? Like, I didn't make this a...
That's the point. This isn't even like a partisan issue. You see, I'm like Islamophobic. So like, I get it. But he literally just exposed fraud, all right? Like, come on, guys. How could you be pro-fraud?
right or left issue. I just showed you guys that fraud was happening, and now you guys are coming after me. You're saying, yo, I'll be the next Kurt.
And by the way, I already made a video covering the leftist response.
Well, they're mad because you exposed them committing fraud against the racist system.
Including,
They want to destroy everything. That's the whole point.
Hassan Piker said it's Israel that did this, obviously. Destiny said that there isn't even really any fraud. The fraud's not even really happening, guys. You're just all racist. And literally, that is what these guys are doing. It's crazy.
You're literally stopping at intersections and coming after me and trying to attack me. Like, what? Why are you so evil? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you defending fraud? Do you like money being stolen? No.
Yes, they're socialists. Socialism is stealing money from people that earn it to give it to people that don't. What are you talking about? Of course they like fraud. Obviously they like fraud.
What are you doing? You're a racist. No, I'm not a racist. I'm just telling you what the facts are. You guys are stealing money from the people that are working hard here inside the United States. I was literally talking to a black man, and then the Somali man comes out, and he's also black. So I can't understand what they're thinking, calling me a racist. I'm having a great conversation with a black
because that's the weapon. That's their weapon, man.
And then another black man comes up, and he's...
Yeah, it's not working anymore. We ain't playing those games. If you cry racist, I'm just immediately gonna assume there's some kind of fraud or something going on.
I believe Israel would import infinite Somalis into the United States. I can't believe it.
Somali descent, and he comes and attacks me for being a racist. I'm like, no, I'm not a racist. It's so stupid. And that's why the fraud has been able to happen for so long, because people like Tim Waltz are afraid to be calling racist. Afraid to be called...
Fuck them. Fuck them. Tell them you are racist.
Called racist.
Damn.
And me and my generation, we're over it. Like, we don't care.
Oh, I love that, buddy.
Like, we do not care. Call us a racist. I do not care.
Yeah,
I'm not a racist.
that's the energy we need.
Racist.
That's where we're at, man.
We're just seeing that prices of homes are so expensive. I don't even have a friend that can afford a home.
True.
People aren't getting married.
Well, we're importing people that are buying up the houses. You have to understand. Not only are they buying the houses, but the government is basically paying them to take houses. They're getting houses for free. Do you understand how crazy this is, man? Do you understand the insanity? Americans can't buy houses because the government is giving free houses to be fake daycare centers and millions of dollars.
Listen, I live on a tiny farm with like just a few animals. There's 8 people living here. We can barely afford this place. It's fucking insane. There's not even much here. Like, we should be rolling in the dough. If this was the 70s, we would be. With exactly the kind of jobs that we're working right now, with the type of money that we're, like, adjust for inflation, you know? We'd be rolling in the dough. We'd have multiple cars in the driveway. We do have multiple cars in the driveway. We have a van, a car, and a truck. And the van and the truck always breaking down, and everybody basically shares the car. Like, it should not be this way.
The Somali scammers. Holy crap, dude.
By the way, 2 of us are teachers. Like, what's up with that?
Dude, I'm telling you, man, nothing makes you more racist than a leftist. These guys are fucking crazy.
Because of how expensive things are, and we're paying so much money in taxes. Most kids are... I'm lucky because I didn't go to college, but most kids are starting their life off behind the starting line. They're thousands of dollars in the debt. And so, yes, we're upset because you guys are stealing millions of dollars and getting rich, and then you're bragging about the white man working on...
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Not only do they steal our money, but then they just show up and they bitch. They'll take our money and they bitch about how we're the bad guys. Holy crap. Oh my God. Like, the audacity.
TikTok, who's actually the racist? You're the racist. You're the one saying the white man. You work, white woman. You work, white man. We're sick of it. Nobody cares. Like, stop committing fraud.
Wait until people start looking into like mattress stores and things like that, like auto shops. Ooh, man, there's a reason those kinds of places are everywhere. How many people go to a mattress store? How many people do you see going to mattress stores? I know a place where there's 3 mattress stores like right next to each other. Why? Who's changing their mattress that often that we need that many mattress stores?
If you're gonna be here, be happy to be here and work hard
Laundromats.
like we're working hard. Whether you're black, Mexican, Asian, white.
By the way, the amount of like Chinese random businesses that are exactly like what he's describing with these daycare, what he's describing, what he actually showed. Like, it's all the same kind of shit, man. All these other cultures, all these other countries, they're committing fraud against the United States government. And these leftoid freaks are defending it because they just want people to suffer. They want bad things to happen. They want the system to collapse because they think the system is racist and bad and oppressive, which it kind of is. But they don't realize that they're one of the main benefactors of it being this way.
Just go and work and don't start playing this victim card and start trying to play political, make things political about.
Dude, the funny thing is, there's nothing that he said in this clip that, in my opinion, is controversial. I don't think this is a right-wing perspective or a left-wing perspective. The idea that
It's just reality. If we don't do these things that people like Shirley are doing, then everything's gonna collapse. We won't have anything. And I think that's what the leftoids want. Until we get there, then they're gonna complain about how bad everything's gotten.
commit fraud is now controversial because the left is now pro-fraud. Dude, I've seen everything. I've seen everything. These leftists cry about socialism, all right, and everyone should pay more taxes to the government, but it turns out the government is already having millions in taxes that they're funding Somali terrorists with.
And that's just a small fraction of it. I think we got $1 trillion, maybe $2 trillion being defrauded from the government, being just sucked out.
Let me get this straight. The left wants us to pay more taxes, but it turns out they have extra billions of taxes that they have to throw at retards that they imported.
Remember how we had like $2 trillion come up missing? Remember all that? People were talking about it for years. People kind of just stopped talking about it. I think it's shit like this. Like people just sucking money out of the government, and we just don't know really what happened to it. I think that's where all that money went.
Do you understand the insanity that we're dealing with? Holy shit.
Money, for instance, or don't get mad at people for making money. Like, that's why America is the greatest country in the world, is because of capitalism. And we
Obviously,
had 250 years to do it. All these other countries had thousands of years to do it, but they didn't do it.
Look, you want to hear my nuclear take? The United States of America is the global superpower, and it only existed for 250 years. Somalia existed for 2,000 years, and they still live in mud huts. Okay, they have no government. It's mud huts. All right, they're fucking savages, fucking their cousins and throwing poop at each other. That might sound racist to Somalis, but look, I wish Somali nothing but success, and I want all the Somalis to make Somalia a wonderful, even better place. All right, will it happen? I'll be real.
Nope.
The IQ is
Absolutely not
on average, so that's not very good. But I want only success for this.
Yeah, the odds aren't great. Lower the IQ on average, the more the violence, the less infrastructure, the worse it's gonna get. Yeah, they'll probably end up trying to go to war with somebody and just be completely taken over or absolutely, completely fucked.
Mostly the people in Somaliland, the superior Somalis. I did dude, Somaliland.
Yeah, Somaliland based.
Is the greatest lore of all time. I already made a video talking about that, so we can't talk about that right now, but it's insane. They declared independence. They're making a democratic, anti-Islamic society. Well, you know, not being governed by Sharia law. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still going to be Islamic, just not the crazy ones. The ones that pretend they're Islamic but aren't really.
Insane. So anyway, anywho. So Nick Shirley dropped this video. This is the 42-minute video. It has 134 million views. Everyone's talking about it. And CNN decided, whoa, we have to start investigating. No, they don't have to investigate the Somali fraud. They have to investigate Nick Shirley.
He's got a fucking hoodie. That's great.
The guy who made the viral video.
Done enough. I mean, they would say, look, these fraud cases have been going on, but they've already done like 80 indictments. The cases have been going on, you know, for years.
And I show up
one day in Minnesota and go to
Oh, the government, listen, the government's already doing this kind of stuff. You think the government is competent enough to go after all of it? Even if we had, like, the greatest government that is completely competent to go after all the cases they can go after, you can't go after all of them. So we have to have journalism. We have to have journalists that are on the ground doing work like this. CNN's not going to do it.
all these daycares, no children.
Like, instead of CNN looking into this shit, they're looking into Shirley. Like, what? They're so fucking cooked.
Receiving millions of dollars. We uncovered nearly $110 million in fraud in one day.
How do you know
Yeah, so then how did that happen then?
that all the allegations that you're making are true?
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening, and then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make
Yeah, I watched all of it, and like, oh, it's not looking good. At every single turn, it looks bad. There's nothing good about it. And then that one dude coming out, Nuxenor's probably going to talk about it.
an analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
CNN is
Oh yeah? You're gonna let us make our own analysis? Well, are you true? Dude, I have to show, I'll show you what CNN does in a second. Okay? So, but before we even get to that, not even exaggerating, before we even get to that, I have to show you the Somalis mobbing Nick Shirley in public, harassing him and honestly threatening his life in public.
Get the fuck out of here. You cannot come in here. We don't care. We don't know where it is. Get out. That's not your job. You don't know that.
This is America, by the way. This is America. Where were they?
Crazy.
They're recording. Move. I didn't give you permission to record. What kind of looking for? Why you come here? Why you have permission? No. No. Get out of here.
So this is what we call roaches scurrying away from the light.
You have to stop. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No.
Why does he have to work for someone?
Who do you work for?
He works for Google. He works for Alphabet.
Who do you work for? Nick Shirley. I don't care about that.
He works for the American people.
Stop here. Stop here. Get out of here. Yes.
Would you like to give a statement, sir? And see you guys say I can't film, you guys film me. You can do that. You can film here.
This is America.
You don't care about the state of Minnesota or what?
Where's advanced mobility at? That's all we're asking.
This
This doesn't even exist.
advanced mobility?
Right? They're here looking for some sort of daycare center or whatever.
Why not? Why? I grew up in Minneapolis. I don't have to go in.
Yeah, you can't engage with these people. These people are fucking evil liars.
Telling him to leave Minneapolis. Bro, he lives there. Not Nick Shirley, but the other guy.
Did you grow up here? Did you grow up here? Why do you care? I was born in Minneapolis. You're telling me to go to the white place.
Fucking leave America. Fucking leave Minneapolis. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Bro, imagine. These people get imported here to have a better life as refugees, and then they literally have the audacity to tell you to leave. Holy shit.
What? White business? Are you a racist?
How?
Yeah, so then they said, you're a white guy. How do you
This is a fucking invasion, by the way. Like, we're being invaded on all fronts right now.
And that's how it went.
And the leftoid freaks are basically just allowing it to happen. And a lot of times are propping it up.
Basically. So anywho, there's a lot going on now. The movement that Nick Shirley started is absolutely insane. And I'm going to show you in just a second. First, I have to show you this breaking report from CNN. All right, are you ready? Are you ready to see, honestly, one of the scariest statements I've ever seen? Just in, CNN reports that they've called Minnesota daycare centers, and most didn't answer. But one of them confirmed that they're not committing fraud. This might be the worst statement I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and I saw the video where they got a hold of this one daycare center. And dude, it was so bad. I hope Nuxenor looks into it.
Well, that clears that up. Case closed, Chad. Case closed. CNN called a lot of them. None of them answered, but one answered, and that one confirmed that they're not doing fraud. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to the bottom of this. Happy New Year. We got to the bottom of the fraud. So I have to show you, man, how like honestly pathetic and terrifying CNN's actual coverage of this was. So this is CNN's full segment. All right, people. I don't want I don't want to get accused of
Fuck yeah.
cutting anything out. This is CNN's full segment. I'm gonna show it to you because CNN
I love it.
finally talks about the Somali fraud situation, except they are literally only talking about Nick Shirley, not the actual fraud.
We're from CNN. Can we talk to you? This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley. Back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video.
People are going to say this is a left or right issue, but no, fraud is fraud. And so I'm not out here trying to put a twist on things.
Shirley's viral video, released over the weekend, in which he says he's uncovering tens of millions of dollars in fraud at Minneapolis daycares run by the...
Wait, did she call him a MAGA YouTuber? I didn't even pick up on that. Hold on, chat's changed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. That's how they twist things. Because they automatically know that anybody watching CNN, as soon as they hear right wing or MAGA, they're going to be like, oh, this guy's immediately a piece of shit.
But no, fraud is fraud. And so I'm not
now viral video. Daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was... We're from CNN. Can we talk to you? This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley.
Oh my God.
That's what they do every single time. If they're not a leftoid freak, that's how they paint things.
They discredit and label you right off the bat. Bro, holy
Is Nuxanor new to CNN? No, he knows. He knows they do this. He's just playing into it.
I didn't even pick up on that. They're so smooth with it. MAGA YouTuber Nick
They're not that smooth.
Shirley. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I mean, you spotted it.
Shirley's viral video, released over the weekend, in which he says he's uncovering tens of millions of dollars in fraud at Minneapolis daycares run by the Somali community, was retweeted by Elon Musk and Vice President J.D. Vance.
Yeah, include two of the worst right-wing figures, according to the leftoid freaks.
In the video, Shirley tries to open locked doors and...
Tries to open locked doors?
Yeah, as if that would be not a normal thing. Like, if you're trying to enroll your child into a daycare, you're gonna try and open the door. Sometimes they're locked, sometimes they're unlocked. You know? If they're locked, then you're like, okay, well then I'll have to get a hold of somebody. That's how it works at any kind of school. Even as a parent going to a public school. Sometimes you just don't know. Because they change the rules at different places.
It's the worst, most bad faith possible way to describe what happened in that video. Nick Shirley goes around trying...
Yeah, they're not going to say a single good thing.
...to open locked doors. Shows literal footage of him knocking on the door.
Talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
He claims they're frauds! Dude, we have eyes, though. Like, the reason why this video is so good is because anyone with eyes knows that they're frauds. All right?
Yeah, and leftoid freaks, they're not going to watch the Shirley video. And the ones who do are just gonna lie to themselves and everybody else because they want bad things to happen. They like it when bad things to happen. And they think that Nick Shirley is just lying, or they just pretend that he's lying to fit the narrative.
I already covered this video. If you didn't see it yet, you definitely should either watch his video or watch my video covering it. But the reality is, like, this is absolute insane. This is the craziest thing ever. Nick Shirley tries to break into places to see children. I can't believe it.
Did you come during their normal operating hours when you came to visit?
Yes.
I came at 11 a.m., I believe, and I also came the following day later in the day. The point of...
All right, so he showed up twice, all right? The first time at 11 a.m., which is normal hours. The second time, a little bit later in the day, because maybe that was like lunch break or something. Both times, no kids.
Is not...
Both times, nobody. Well, I guess the first time. I don't know about the second time. I don't quite remember. But I do remember that the first time there was absolutely nobody. That's why he came back.
Whether or not I came at the right time of their operation hours, the point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number,
Yeah, no outdoors play area.
no one answers. I wasn't trying to go inside, and there should be a way for somebody to actually be able to call that number and somebody to be able to answer. These aren't real businesses.
But surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk.
And she just completely ignores where he says that the whole phone number thing.
It's such a bad faith question, man.
And the blacked out doors and windows. Like, are you fucking shitting me? How do you get a hold of these places? Obviously, CNN doesn't know because they didn't succeed except for once.
Media is such an actual joke. Like, it's an actual propaganda machine. Holy shit.
Daycare.
Why should it be locked, guys? I don't understand. Dude, look at the building. Literally look at the building. It's blacked out doors.
They know. They know. They don't care. Because they're evil and they're painting a narrative.
There's no kids, all right? It's not operational. Like, holy shit. But shouldn't
They want to allow everything to burn down and actively cause it to burn down more so that they can make money off of the coverage. That's exactly what they're doing.
daycare centers actually be locked?
No, they every daycare
I heard that from somebody. Somebody else said that. It was probably Asmongold.
is locked.
And so, okay, you bring up a fair point. Then why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
Federal law enforcement has
Notice
And then, yeah, they immediately jump right to the next thing.
how they don't answer that question.
Yeah.
Notice how they just don't answer that question. Not only are the doors locked, but also literally no one is there. It's empty. There are no people. There's no reception. There's no phone number to reach them. And they cut off the clip. They're like, daycares are locked. That's pretty bad. And then they literally cut the clip while they're interviewing this guy to go to their coverage.
investigating fraud in Minnesota for several years. Both Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel said on social media they've indicted dozens of defendants. DHS has posted multiple videos of agents they say are conducting a massive...
So obviously it happens, and Nick Shirley is just uncovering more of it and talking about it because nobody else is talking about it. This wasn't a thing that people were talking about, really. People were kind of talking about Somalians, but this made it worse.
fraud investigation. Do you think that federal law enforcement hasn't done enough? I mean, they would say, look, these fraud cases have been
No.
They never do enough.
Literally no.
going on, but they've already done like 80 indictments. The cases have been going on, you know, for
Even if you think they are doing enough and they are doing good work, there's always more to do. There's always something that someone's missing. And honestly, I haven't been hearing anything from anybody. Like, is something going to be done about this? Probably not.
years.
And I show up one day in Minnesota and go to all these daycares, no children. They're receiving millions of dollars. We uncovered nearly $110 million in fraud in one day.
Do you think that they're doing enough? No. I'm a 23-year-old.
Do you think they're doing enough? Mrs. CNN talking head lady?
retard, and I exposed $100 million of fraud in one day. So no, obviously I don't think they're doing enough.
How do you know that?
How do you feel about the Trump administration, Mrs. CNN lady? Do you think that they're doing enough? Like, it's so fucking dumb. They have nothing. I don't even know what they think they're doing. I know what they think they're doing.
The allegations that you're making are true.
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening.
Watch the fucking video. That's how you know.
And then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am.
If something smells like shit, there's probably shit.
Sure, I'm true.
CNN is looking into Shirley.
All right, so now it's time for CNN to actually do the hard research. Boots on the ground journalism from CNN.
Hold on. I'm going to take a guess. They're going to cut it off right as soon as they say something important and go to the next thing. That's what they do every time.
Actual respectable
Here we go.
news organization.
Claims.
Hi, my name's Whitney Wild.
Also, are you sure you're true is not actually a real sentence.
I'm a correspondent for CNN.
We reached out to several of the daycares featured in the now viral video.
Oh boy, they reached out to the daycares that were already tipped off that they're under investigation.
Only one daycare facility answered and said
Only one actually answered.
they are a legitimate business.
And they said they're legitimate. CNN, boots on the ground journalism, called the places that were already tipped
They said they were legitimate, so obviously they wouldn't lie.
off that they were under investigation. None of them answered except for one. The one that did answer confirmed that they actually aren't fraud. Honest, this is good stuff, man. This is incredible. This is amazing.
Have you seen the videos, purporting that some of these daycares don't have kids inside?
Minnesota Republicans say
It doesn't even show their answers. It just shows their question. It doesn't
What did
even
I
show
say?
the answers.
Dude, every fucking time they say something incredibly important to where you're like, oh yeah? And then they move on to the next thing. Dude, the people who are unironically watching CNN thinking that it's real, thinking they're not lying to everybody, like, they are completely fucking brain dead.
the focus from the
Dude, CNN, like, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
At this point, I think their only viewers are people in nursing homes and people who are just hate watching or just humiliating them, like reaction channels and things.
Administration, they have been sounding the alarm on fraud for years.
You know, we have talked about fraud. We have gotten stories. We've tried to.
And then they interview some random people and they never actually show anything else. This cannot be real life. Holy shit. Asmongold responds to this. Keep in mind that not only does Nick Shirley pose a threat to CNN's narrative and political goals, but he also represents an existential threat to their business. Understanding this is crucial to why CNN and other mainstream media is trying to delegitimize him.
Like, if they say that Nick Shirley is right and there's actually fraud going on, that opens up Pandora's box, where people start to question everything that CNN does. Oh, is MAGA actually doing something good? Or what people are being labeled as MAGA, they're actually doing something good? I wonder what else good they're doing. Oh, CNN's lying to me, MSNBC's lying to me. Oh, I'm gonna check out these right-wing places. I already know they're lying to me. But how much are they lying to me compared to CNN? Like, that's the rabbit hole that people will go down.
This is completely true.
And they don't want that.
This is 1000% true. Literally not exaggerating. This is completely accurate. Because CNN's a joke. This literally exposed CNN as a complete and utter fraudulent enterprise.
No, it didn't. They've already been exposed as that to people like us. People who actually unironically watch CNN, or they throw CNN on for other people to watch forcibly, like in hotels and restaurants and things like that. Like, they don't care. They're still gonna keep it on. They like this shit. They like the drama. They like the chaos. That's what this is all about. It's just the story. They want things to keep happening. They want it to get worse and worse and worse, so they can cover it. And cover it badly.
And the entire media is a joke and fraud. Like, there is no world that we even need mainstream media to push their lies and their bullshit when a random 20-year-old kid with a camera is unironically better than all of them. Completely and utterly exposed in the most diabolical way. Now look at CBS trying to debunk Nick Shirley.
By the way, this is going to get worse. There's going to be more people like this. Umi Hassan!
Because it's not just CNN trying to debunk Nick Shirley. He's an existential threat for these guys. An existential threat.
There's going to be even more Nick Shirleys coming out of the woodworks. Mark my words.
Actual media, because he's actually reporting what normal people see instead of some sort of propaganda message that they're trying to get across. So this is CBS trying to debunk Nick Shirley's report. And this is awesome. This is great. He accidentally proves that Nick Shirley was right.
Is this daycare committing fraud?
No.
Bro walks into a daycare. Are you committing fraud? Holy shit, dude. What is this? Literally, what is this?
No, we're not.
Immediately brings the energy to be liar. To be a liar. That out the gate. That's the point of that first question. To show you the energy that it's about to have. Because stupid people aren't going to watch this. They're going to see this and be like, oh, okay, he says no. And then they're going to tune out and they're going to keep knitting, or they're going to keep doing what the fuck ever they're doing. You know, making their protest signs. They're not actually paying attention. They're not actually looking into things. They don't care.
Committing fraud?
No fraud. What are you talking about? Zero fraud here. What do you mean?
Security footage from the same day Shirley was here. According to the timestamps in the videos, this woman takes a young child into the center at around 9 a.m. that day, about 3 hours before Shirley arrives at the door closer to the street. Within the hour after Shirley leaves, a woman arrives at the other door with a stroller.
Oh my god, an hour after Shirley leaves, a kid was there.
Oh, wow.
They literally got him.
Her family heads inside a few hours later.
Is this daycare committing fraud?
No, we're not committing.
Yeah, let's show that footage again.
Fraud?
Yeah. No. You ready for the twist? Ready for the twist? You ready?
They keep dropping all of this, like, no, it's not a fraud. No, it's not a fraud, from all these different places, all these different angles, all these different sources. Because that's the trick. That's part of the trick. Where they implant it into people's heads. They keep hearing no from all these people.
This learning center, ladies and gentlemen, is getting paid for 40 kids. 40 kids.
Yep.
CBS tried to debunk it by saying there were 4 kids. This is a learning center getting paid for 40 kids. it's still fraud.
By the way, actually, I think they say something like there's a dozen kids there. If I saw a clip of it somewhere, probably on X.
If this is true, it's still fraud. Now, you have to understand how insane this is. People are showing up at Minnesota daycares yelling, "Where are the children?"
They're recording me. Where are the kids? Where are the kids?
Bro started a movement,
Most
dude.
profitable daycare in Minnesota. Not a bad business. I just want to learn how to start a daycare.
Absolute insanity, dude. It's crazy. Now, according to Polymarket, it seems like there's a 91% chance of criminal charges going up against Tim Waltz because
I think this is hilarious. I don't think it's really deserved in this instance. I think there are many others that are basically doing the same thing that Tim Walz is doing that probably deserve to be going down more than Tim Walz. But this is funny because I don't really care. These people are bad people. I think there are worse people, but you know, we can't just not go after bad people because Hitler exists. We can't go after anybody until Hitler is out of the equation. All crime is allowed. No, we ain't playing that game. Man, I actually hope that something happens, because nothing ever happens, as they say.
Tim Waltz responded to the entire hit piece. Are you ready? By attacking Nick Shirley as a racist for his investigation, and he blamed Trump.
Of course. Dude, it's fucking... It's comedy gold. They never learn. These old fucks, these bald-headed fucks, are not paying attention to what people are talking about online. And by the way, old people, they're not online as much, you know? Younger people, most of us, we're always online. And as the old people die out, and as it becomes more and more popular to be on the internet, because by the way, we haven't hit the peak yet, more and more people are going to be talking. More and more people are going to be exposing this kind of bullshit that's happening. And who knows, it might lead to a dystopian future where everybody's watching everybody. That kind of feels like where it's going. But for now, we're getting rid of some bad shit, and I hope some shit actually happens.
I will show that in a separate video because I think that's truly diabolical. But I have to show you more about the Leering Center because this twist is insane. So, more than 40 daycares were discovered in Columbus, Ohio, run by Somali Education, earned over $14 million in 2024 alone. I am going to show you more fraud in my next video. I just wanted to do this one to show you what Nick Shirley directly did and how they're literally threatening his life right now. But even scarier than that, and this is crazy. So Minnesota man loses his mind during Nick Shirley's investigation, right?
How much money are you? How much money are you making?
Whoa, wait, hold on. Wanting the Somali community in concentration camps. You know, that kind of seems like it wouldn't be a bad idea at this point. Concentration camp, prison camp, basically the same thing, right? It doesn't matter to me if they're actual fucking criminals. Fucking put them in camps. I don't care. Call it what you want.
Right?
How much money are you? How much money are you making?
Dreamline Security.
How much money are you making
I make money
off
off of YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing.
That my job.
And attacking the Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
I'll tell you.
I guarantee you, he's not making as much as these Somalis are scamming.
The reason why this is happening. All right. Let me tell you the reason why you're attacking
fraud,
this.
Correct.
Yes.
This has nothing to do.
Yeah, you can't engage with these people. They're fucking insane. They're liars. They're evils. They don't care.
With race, this is fake
This is
fraud.
absolutely has to do with us being Muslim.
No, it does not.
All right. And
This
us
is like-
being-
Yeah, it partially does. I'd be honest outright. I'd be like, yeah, fuck you. I'd be very hostile about this.
Literally,
Africa.
it's so nice that people are seeing what I see. Like I've been seeing this for years, you know.
Do you
But now
see
people are like,
what I
"Bro,
see?"
Stop with the Islamophobia card. It's like, yo, we don't want you to steal our money. That's Islamophobic. You're doing this because I'm Muslim. You are attacking us, dude. It is unreal.
This is a constitutional argument. If you don't want to.
I'd pretty much just be like, fuck you. Yeah, sure, whatever you want to call it. Put any label you want on it. Get the fuck out of my country.
No, it's not.
Change the freedom of religion. Say, listen, we don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
They all do this. They all do this. Oh my God.
I'll say it right out. I don't want Muslims in this country anymore. How about that?
No. Because when I go onto your comments, when I go onto your comments, what I see is people that say we do.
I'm just fucking tired of hearing about it. I'm so tired of hearing about it. Dearborn, Michigan. I'm tired of hearing about this shit, this widespread fraud that's not just happening in Minnesota. I saw a video where it was happening in Washington also, and it's not just those two places. It's literally fucking everywhere. Probably in every single town. Not in the small towns, probably like, you know, population 10,000 plus. There's probably some kind of fraud like this going on.
I don't want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
Yo, this guy's kind of spitting.
Not just Minnesota. We're gonna take it a step further.
You are, listen, you're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps. Just a big, all right? You're sensationalizing, all right? Something that can, listen.
I have never met bigger victims in my entire life than Muslims after they start.
But, you know, they're giving us some pretty good ideas, I'd say.
Shit. Never. I don't think there's a single group that I have ever
Like, oh, I wasn't thinking about concentration camps.
seen that's like this. You know, Hamas starts a war against Israel. Israel fights back, and all the Palestinians are the victims clearly in the war that they started. And then you get these guys here. All right, bro, 9/11 happened. Dude, Zohran Mamdani was elected as mayor of New York City, saying that the biggest victim of 9/11 was his aunt. His aunt who was getting Islamophobic looks in the subway. Dude.
He just got sworn in on the Quran, not the Bible, not on just nothing, the Quran. That's fucking insane. And I think it's hilarious. And you know, people are gonna get what they're asking for, and they're not gonna like it.
Dude, do you understand, bro? Hey, we're noticing that you're doing billions of dollars of fraud. You are trying to deport all the Muslims and put them in concentration camps. It's like, holy shit, this isn't working anymore, bro. Stop.
Something that can jeopardize the safety and the protection of the Somali. If anything,
like,
they're gonna be real safe behind the walls of a camp.
You're not allowed to expose me for fraud because it'll make people Islamophobic. Do you understand how crazy this is? Like, oh my lord. You're not allowed to expose me for stealing billions of dollars because if you do, people might become Islamophobic.
Happens to the Somali community. Listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically. You're getting very close. I'm not physically.
I think people like this need to see the inside of alligator Alcatraz.
No, I'm not physically touching him.
This is fraud.
What you're doing. When I go into your comments, people who hate Muslims, who want us out of here for being Muslim, are using your material. Islamophobes use your
Who cares? What's that your business?
Material. People who hate Islam use your material.
That's all I hear from people like this is just fucking crying.
Say to us,
like, so what? So what if we do? Well, what's that gonna do for you? Whether we say yes or no, whether we deny it or confirm it.
You here? Change the.
Because it's not fucking true. I'm not actually Islamophobic. But if you're gonna keep telling me I am, then fuck you. Yeah, I am. What are you gonna do about it?
Okay. Listen, guys. Fraud is just part of the Somali community. If you hate fraud, then you hate Somalis. Damn, that's a good point. That's a pretty good point. I couldn't have worded it better myself. Wow, this is just, why do you hate us? This is our culture that you're attacking. Oh my god, dude.
Guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
We're asking about
fraud. What you do, you hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate Muslims.
You hate Muslims.
You hate us? You should let us pilfer your land in peace.
I don't even know why Mr. Shirley here is even engaging with this moron.
You should let us burn
and maybe just to get a video out of it.
Churches.
I would, I guess. I mean, I could see it. If I was in this situation, I probably would farm the content too.
Muslims, then you are Islamophobic.
Why are you
every time? Don't criticize terrorism. If you criticize terrorism, then quite literally, you are being Islamophobic. I'm noticing that you criticize terrorism, and someone in your comment said something bad. So
I wonder what Hassan's gonna say about this. I've pretty much my politics are take whatever Hassan thinks about something. I'm probably gonna think the exact opposite.
You should just not criticize terrorism now.
Attacking us. Are we the only community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about fraud.
Are we the only community that...
Hot take, every single community that does fraud should be cooked.
It's fraud. Are we
Yeah, put them all in the camps. Why not?
Especially the ones that we're importing into our country.
Only community...
Put all criminals in boxes, in camps. We already were supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, does this.
This is about fraud.
All right, but there's what, 300 Somali providers in all of Minnesota?
There's actually.
I'm not. Don't touch me. Do you speak English? He doesn't even speak English. Listen, let me tell you something.
See, this isn't a race. Listen. It's about fraud.
We have what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a.
Even it's 2,000 providers.
Okay,
you
sir,
want
sir.
80,000 people because of fucking 2,000 providers?
Because of just 2,000 providers? You want to hear my nuclear take? If I knew that in a Jewish community, people were exposed for this level of fraud, the Jews would call them out. All right? They would. If this would happen in a Muslim community, for some reason it doesn't happen because their allegiance to the tribe comes before their allegiance to the nation by far. Not even close. And it's insane. You know, oh no, he's exposed for fraud. Quick, burn the Constitution. There might be Islamophobia.
Are you fucking mad? Are you stupid?
Are you stupid? You're stupid. Every time you call me out for robbing you, every time you call me out for robbing you, you get more people to not like me. Yeah.
You're sensationalizing.
Dude, no one causes Islamophobia like Muslims. It's crazy, bro. Like, all you have to do is be like, you're so right, investigate us. Every single Somali that's doing fraud should actually be deported. You know, like, for real, that should be your response. The fact that you're running defense for it instead literally proves why Islamophobia needs to exist.
What about if a mass shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you.
If Islamophobia, if actual Islamophobia is gonna fix this, then people are gonna become Islamophobic. Just saying. It's gonna get worse.
Well, dude, he's literally saying if Muslims...
Remember how it was right after 9/11? Let me tell you, that was nothing compared to what we're gonna see. Because then, like, people who looked like they were Muslim, they kind of got weird looks. They got patted down a little extra harder, you know, at airports. I think there's gonna be actual violence coming. And it's not just going to be with Somalians. It's not just going to be with Muslims. It's going to be a bunch of different cultures, a bunch of different communities. Everything's coming to a head. It's going to get a lot worse. And then we're going to see all this happen. We're going to be like, oh, fuck, what's happening right now? Guess what? Then it's going to get worse because everything always gets worse. Simultaneously gets better at the same time. It's weird how that works.
Muslims get murdered now. Their blood is on your hands. Holy shit, bro. Crazy. For the record, now that 2025 is over, I can officially say it. There was not one Muslim killed in a hate crime for all of 2025. Not one. Thank God. Because I don't want anyone to get killed, obviously. But thank God.
Yeah. Every Muslim is just a possible future Christian to me. That's how I see it.
Not a single one. The same cannot be said for Jews. The same cannot be said for Christians. The same cannot be said for Hindus. All right? But it could be said for Muslims. Straight facts. Facts are facts.
It will be because of you.
That's not true. They were killed by other Muslims. Yeah, but not in America. I'm talking about in America.
If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick fucking Shirley.
If any Somali gets hurt, it's because of you. Dude, it's like, it's all emotional blackmail. All of it. Right?
Yeah, and if anything actually gets done about any of this, people are going to blame Nick Shirley, and I think it's going to get worse for him. I think, I don't know. I don't even know what to do about situations like this anymore. It's getting to a dystopian level where people need to have security running around with them 24/7, and even that's not going to stop it. Like a guy that's just knows where you're going to be waiting for you on a rooftop.
Suppose it's for fraud, or you're making Islamophobia happen, and if I get killed, my blood's on your hands, and you know, you're putting Muslims in concentration camps.
Like, it's kind of getting to the point where we almost have to have some kind of mass surveillance on people for people to just not be murdered. Because if you know where everybody is and what they're doing at all times, then you're going to know when somebody's going to crash out and try and kill somebody. And if there's cameras literally everywhere, like existence is on video, then it's really hard to do something like that and get away with it. Like, oh, fuck, man, it's gonna get real weird.
Yeah, just by calling us out for fraud.
Any Somali, if one single Somali gets hurt, it's because of you. Sensationalizes, you son of a bitch. Sensationalizes. Wow, get the fuck out of our neighborhood. Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
My neighborhood. This dude showed up here 5 minutes ago, and he's telling people...
Bro, this ain't GTA. That's not how that works. Your neighborhood. Bro, this is my fucking neighborhood. I pay taxes.
people that have been in America for years to get out of his neighborhood.
Get the fuck out of our neighborhood. We don't want you here.
Oh, your neighborhood.
Get the fuck out of here. You want clicks? You want clicks? Clicks.
Dude, I'm actually worried for Nick Shirley, man.
You wanted YouTube? You wanted YouTube clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get the
transportation
fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the...
You racist motherfucker. Say I don't
You racist.
want Muslims here. Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it. Say I want to change the Constitution.
No, I don't
and I
want
want
to
to
change
change
the
freedom of
Constitution.
religion. And I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. That is what you are arguing for.
Okay.
Change the Constitution. then.
I'm all for
Get
it.
the fuck out of my community.
Let's do it, guys.
Fuck out of our
Good
community.
idea.
Get
Damn,
the
I didn't
fuck
think
out
of
our
that.
community. Get the fuck out of here.
I think anyone that defends the fraud should also be denaturalized and deported. I think
True.
that's a pretty good idea, actually.
I don't care if their family's been here for generations. Get them the fuck out. Lock them up in a box at the very least. These people are fucking insane, and they don't belong in regular society because they're just making it worse for everybody.
Fucking idiot.
Yo, anyone that defends the fraud gets deported too. What do we
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
think, guys? Damn, this guy made some good points. I have to,
Yep, throw them in the camp with all the rest.
I have to reconsider my thought process here. He made some pretty good points. Now, so he responded. So Nick Shirley responded to this. Part 2 from Minnesota coming soon.
Dude, I cannot fucking wait. It's probably gonna be even more of a banger than the first one. I'll probably react to this one. I didn't react to the first one because I was kind of on a Christmas break.
Holy shit.
Christmas birthday break. I just turned 30. Shit's getting wild. Getting old. I can feel it. I felt it. As soon as 30 hit, I was like, shit.
And the memes, there's a part 2. There's a part 2. All right, so now we have to talk about the Leering Center, okay? Because one of the main
Woo!
points, and Nick...
This is my favorite place out of all of them that he went over. Because they just don't know how to quit. They don't know how to shut the fuck up. Why did they even make a statement? I don't know. I have no idea.
Shirley's video was the Quality Leering Center, where essentially he showed up to a childcare center, and it was literally misspelled the word learning on the sign. They called it the Leering Center, not the Learning Center. So
I wonder how long that sign was up.
the Quality Leering Center. Now, you have to understand the lore behind the Quality Leering Center. All right? You have to know what's going on. It is pivotal to the future of your life to understand what went on in the Quality Leering Center.
This is going down in history. This is going down in meme history at the very least, even if they don't put it in history books, because I know the people in power, they don't want to talk about these kinds of things happening.
Okay? Get ready. So first,
Because the people in power, by the way, are not Americans. They are international people. They may technically be Americans, but these people are international. They don't give a fuck about America.
they came up with excuse after excuse onto why the Leering Center is actually good. All right? They're running defense for the Leering Center constantly. This is my favorite story arc of the entire...
They're not even running defense, actually. I mean, they're running defense, don't get me wrong. But what they're actually doing is offending against the right wing. Whatever the right wing is doing, whatever the right wing is talking about, be completely against it all the time, always. Forever.
Somali drama, because this is like the actual 67 IQ scam. So the first response was the following.
Talked to a mother dropping off her kids.
I take my kids here 2 o'clock to 10. Yeah, there's a lot of kids inside.
2 o'clock to 10. Everybody keeps saying 2 o'clock to 10. They have to make it known. 2 o'clock to 10. By the way, they have to have like a special certification to be open after dark, like at night, because it's more dangerous at night. I don't fucking get it. They definitely don't have that.
First response was, Nick Shirley didn't
They probably don't know that.
come at operating hours. Because you see, this Leering Center actually works from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Quality Leering Center is on Somali time zone. I can't believe it, bro. Bro, no. First of all, no, that's not happening, okay? Get the fuck out of here, man. There's no learning center. No Leering Centers are open from 2 to 10. So that was the first response, all right? That was the first response. Then they asked another Somali lady, why is it called a Leering Center? Why did they misspell the sign?
Why was the word learning misspelled? That was a printing error.
Printing error.
And how long was it that way? I don't know.
Years.
But the printer...
She don't know. So, like, pretty much as long as it's even been a thing. Probably years. Who knows? I don't know. I don't fucking know. How long have they been scamming?
Now that you guys have put the printer at bay, now the printer is...
Well, nobody said anything. Nobody cares. Nobody actually goes here, so why would they change it? They just need to have a sign, technically.
reprinting that up again.
Now that you put...
They don't even actually... Like, there was a video where a guy just showed up to a house that they said was a daycare, and it wasn't. It was just a fucking house. He even went up to the house, asked, and the person said no, closed the door, and was like peeking out of the blinds, and then the neighbors were doing the same thing, peeking out of the curtains, taking a look, seeing what was going on. It was fucking crazy. Like, it's all of them. It's every single one. Get them the fuck out. Get them the fuck out. I don't even care at this point. Every single one of them. If you can prove yourself to be a good person, you can come back. That's how I feel about it.
The printer at bay, ladies and gentlemen. The printer has returned to fix the job.
So sometimes it's just hard to get printers to come out in the wintertime.
It's hard to get printers
No, it's not.
to come
What?
out in the winter time. Which is why it was spelled wrong for years. All right, anyway, it gets better.
Other changes.
That doesn't even make any sense. I know people who make signs. They make signs year round, no problem. What would be the point of not doing as much in winter? I don't fucking get it.
To put up new signage and things of that nature. Because we had different types of weather elements going on.
There were weather elements going on.
Blaming the weather, like, bad weather literally every single day. It's been apocalyptic out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, weather elements have stopped the printer from spelling the word correctly for years.
It was just delayed. But for the simple fact, just because it is a misprint.
Right, just because of the misprint, it doesn't mean there's fraud, obviously.
Everyone is taking that out of content.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
No, it's just death by 1,000 cuts.
fixed now, though. And who
Would you look at that? They actually found a way to fix it now that the winter elements have passed.
Oh, is that more kids? Are they dropping off more kids?
Or something.
are these people here?
People.
And they show up.
People, American.
People, American. We just have American children leering here. You know, classic. I'm really glad that you're here, news media, for showing up. Thank you. Here's just a bus of people, Americans, that are... Look at these Americans that are...
Look at all 40 of them walking up in there.
Coming here to be students to leer in this school. Just to be clear.
For the first time ever. By the way, this place was closed down a fucking week prior.
All right. Just to be clear, they got fake kid students here to make it look like it's operational.
Did they check to see if these kids were actually going here and see if they're actually real people? No! They're not real journalists. This is just the easiest thing ever. This is a straight up slam dunk. What the fuck are they thinking? And I don't see MSNBC on the ground covering this like this. Like, I think they know that this one is just an L. Do not do this.
After they got exposed. I told you this would be good. Look, kids, American.
That looks like
I love it.
daycare kid.
I fucking love CNN. I fucking love it. They give me so much content to watch other people watch. Like, I'm not gonna go to CNN and watch one of their videos, but I'll watch Nuxanor watch one of their videos.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know why y'all thinking
They're here to leer.
are not coming. Like y'all are out here like they're not like kids are not coming.
Yeah, they're not. They literally got a bunch of fake kids to leer here while after they got exposed. Now, you're ready for the twist? This gets even funnier, all right? The Quality Leering Center made a response video explaining how they're only open from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
What would you say to Nick Shirley, the YouTuber, if he was standing in front of you
I have
right
nothing
now?
against him himself, but I do have something against the rhetoric. It's if you're gonna be
The rhetoric.
The rhetoric, even though the rhetoric is everybody's calling Nick Shirley a racist, and anybody talking about this, a racist.
have a moral compass. Like, do what you do correctly.
You're actually a racist for thinking that Somalian fraud is a bad thing.
If you catch business that are fraud, no one here is with that. Like, we don't support that as a community. I don't support that myself. I was born and raised here. I'm not for fraud.
Okay. And he's obviously not gonna lie. Obviously.
Hey, dude.
notion that, hey, a certain batch of Somalis got caught, so all of them support it. It's like, no one, if in any community, any mishaps that happen, the rest of the community obviously doesn't want that to happen. It's a stain on all of our names.
Except you're literally all running defense for each other.
You guys can see, we don't want that to happen. We don't take part in that. We don't like that. We don't want that in our communities. But just to say, hey,
dude, CNN's talking to an awful lot of people and not telling us who the fuck these people are, for one. And, like, not showing any evidence of things. They're just like, here, we talked to this person says some things. The things they said are things. And then people are like, oh, it must be true. CNN covered it. As people saying things.
a certain company got caught, so they must all do it. And I feel like that's what he's doing. I'm not a fan of it.
2 to 10 p.m. may not be your typical day hours.
Yep.
Can you explain why it is?
Oh, you don't say it's not typical.
The reason for that is we're after school hours. So most of our clients, not most of our clients, all of our clients is after school hours. So schools, earliest dismissal would be 2:15 to 2:30, and the latest dismissal would be up to like 4:30ish, 4:40ish. So that's when our kids come to us. We don't have anyone in the morning. We deal with only parents and clients that come to us after school. So that's why ours are 2 to 10 p.m. If we try to do...
It's an after-school Leering Center from 2 to 10 p.m.
Once again, I'd like to...
It's school for your school kids when they haven't had enough school.
The YouTuber that was making the claims, you were here earlier today. I came here at 1 o'clock. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're a fraud. Where are you? Why are you not here right now?
Bro, it literally says Leering Center on the sign as he's explaining how it's actually an after...
So this is an older video because they've changed it since then. They've changed it. They put some paper over it.
School Leering Center from...
And you can't even see it unless you're up close.
2 to 10 p.m.
It's like you're trying to put out a certain message about a certain group. I'm not going to make that claim. I don't want to make that claim without me knowing him personally, but that's what it's...
I'm not calling you racist, but...
He's doing... But
you're racist.
Where are you right now? He was here earlier. He was recording us. We had no issue with it.
Like, and it wouldn't even be that he's calling out this one group. It just happens to be this one group of people that's doing it.
He told me, hey, just get off our property. You can record. No.
We had no issue. We just told him he had to leave. So yeah, anyway, great excuse, honestly, but it gets better. It gets better. So you're telling me the Leering Center Google page said they were open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Yes, Dave. But then after Nick Shirley showed up and no kids were there during the day, they changed the Google page to 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yes. And now we're learning that they're only licensed to operate until 6 p.m. Correct.
It's like nothing's lining up. And I believe this Dustin guy, I've heard of him, I've seen him places. So I have inclination to believe that he is telling the truth here. Some random guy off the streets that CNN is talking to, I don't think so. But I've seen this guy around.
Dave, that has been the lore here. So the Google page said it was open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. All right. Nick Shirley showed up in the morning. They changed the Google page to 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. The actual licensing says they're only allowed to be open until 6 p.m. That was the story of the Leering Center, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, honestly, it's one of the greatest stories in the history of Leering, quite literally. But if I were to tell you that it got even funnier, would you believe me? Would you believe me if I told you that this actually got
even after this video, I can tell you, it gets even funnier still.
Even funnier, ladies and gentlemen? Well. The Minnesota Department of Children Commissioner Tiki Brown claims the Quality Leering Center closed down last week, which explains why there were no children when Nick Shirley visited. Today, however, the Quality Learning Center was packed with kids.
How convenient! The story changes every fucking angle you look.
To show the camera.
Raises about...
Is there fraud going on here? No, it's a video. I just want to know. What's your response?
Get them out of here.
Look at all the kids.
What's your response to the allegations? Is there fraud going on here? And is there children? That's all.
Don't harass people here.
We are aware.
So this was today at the Quality Leering Center. Full of kids, super busy, tons of people around, no fraud.
Where did they come from? How'd they get a hold of the school to actually get enrolled there?
To be seen, it's a fully operational Leering Center. But this is also what they said today, the actual government.
Of a video that's being circulated that has gained local and national attention about child care centers in Minnesota. While we have questions about some of the methods that...
Were they all shut down last week?
Used in the video, we do take the concerns that the video raises about fraud very seriously. Each of the facilities mentioned in the video has been visited at least once in the last 6 months as part of our typical licensing process.
Okay.
And in fact, our staff are out in the community today to visit each of these sites again so that we can look into the concerns that were raised in the video.
Yeah, and you don't think that they're just gonna change everything? You should have waited. Hopefully they look again. Hopefully they don't look now and like, well, everything's hunky-dory. It's not like they changed everything to make everything look right after the fucking video went viral. No, come back in a couple months when they get relaxed and don't think that anybody's gonna check again.
I won't go into any detail about whether or not...
Or when they figure out a new way to scam. A new way around the new rules that they're gonna inevitably make.
Any of these have any open investigations. I will share that our team was notified that Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago.
Get it right. It's the Leering Center.
And I believe the details that were given at that time were...
Dude, the Somalis cannot keep their story straight. This is the craziest twist of all time.
And neither can the media. And neither can the leftist streamers like Destiny and Hassan. Dude, they already look like morons, but man, they're making themselves look even more like morons the more they talk about this. And if they don't talk about it, it looks even worse. Like there's nothing they can do. They've put themselves in this corner.
Space concerns, and that's what was shared. The previous one I mentioned that had been closed some time ago was Mako.
Right. So I hope you understand the level of retard we're dealing with. The Quality Leering Center was scheduled on the website to be open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. After Nick Shirley showed up, they changed the time and changed their story to be open from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m., they flooded it with kids. There were so many kids at the Quality Leering Center. All right? So many kids at the Quality Leering Center from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then it turned out that the license of the Leering Center was only operational till 6 p.m., so it was fraudulent anyway. Then the government came out to say that the reason why the Leering Center was empty in Nick Shirley's video is because it closed down a week ago. Okay? So a week ago it closed down.
Why did it close down? I wonder.
Nick Shirley went there, it was empty because according to the government it closed down. Then the day after, the Somalis flooded it with kids, making up fake hours to trick people into thinking it's operational. This is the level of...
Yeah, let's check back sometime in the future. Is it still going to be operational? We're going to be keeping a fucking sharp eye on these places now, at least, even if nothing happens. We'll know. We'll know if they start to slip up. Because even if they start packing it with kids and they keep it up for a little while, they can't keep it up forever.
Bullshit we're dealing with. This is the 67 IQ scam in action. And this is just one
it's great.
Leering Center, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
This is one Leering Center. I'm not even talking about the rest of this garbage. I'm not talking
about... even if nothing's done, it's gonna fall apart. Because we're all watching. There's eyeballs on these people. And we know that they can't keep it up, and they're gonna have to.
The rest of the country.
That's the way it's gonna go. There's one of two ways this is gonna go. One, we're all wrong, and it is legitimate, and everything keeps going as normal. And everybody stops talking about it, everybody forgets it, and we move on to the next thing. Or two, it all falls apart. It just all completely falls apart because they can't keep it up. Because this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know why so many people are coming out to defend this shit.
You have to understand, bro. This, according to the government, this closed down a week ago. According to the Somalis, it's still active. But when Nick Shirley showed up, it was empty. They changed the time block to be later in the day. And then, while you have the government responding to the allegation saying that it closed down a week ago, you have Somalis bringing in infinite Somali children to make it look like the Leering Center was active. This is...
I got one more thing to show you. If Nuxanor doesn't bring it up before I end this video, it's probably the greatest thing out of all of it.
The greatest storyline of all time. I leered so much from this video. I hope you also leered a lot. Definitely subscribe for more leering. It's truly diabolical. The amount of leering that I had was honestly insane. So over here, this is David, the guy that did the collaborative video with Nick Shirley, and he is personally suing, which I'll save for a different video, but he went to 50 Somali daycares on his own, and none of them have children.
Where's the children? What happened to the children?
I'm just wondering, I've got a grandson who's looking for childcare, and I wonder if this might be a good facility. And they said, no, we're all full. And they had the door open, and I looked, and there were no kids. There was like a couch and a table with a couple chairs. And I said, well, are the kids out back playing, or what kind of place is this? And the guy said, you go. And he almost pushed me out the door, and then he followed me down the street to my car. And that's when I said, wait a minute, there's something going on here, and that's got to be...
I have an idea. I think we need to do something like Borat. I think we need to have like a crazy guy play a character to get into these places to see what they're actually like, and not be like somebody who's looking for fraud, because obviously if somebody's coming around sniffing around looking for fraud, they're going to start covering things up immediately. But if you're like a retard that they think is funny that they're going to let in, and then they can get secret footage of all these places, that's the way to do it. Make a fucking movie out of it. I mean, this was still pretty good. This was still absolute cinema, but it could have been better, and it could be better still.
Maybe 5 years ago, this fraud is so massive. When the dust settles on this, it's going to be found to be the largest fraud in the history of the country and probably the world. It's that big. The ones that I've gotten data on, they average about $2.5 million a year, and a lot of them will say they have anywhere from 80 to 120 children. I've been to literally 40 or 50 of these childcare, and there never has been a single child at any one of them ever. Morning, afternoon, evening. Some of them say they're open till 10 o'clock at night. I go there in the morning, I go there in the afternoon, I go there at 9 o'clock at night. Nobody. There are no kids there ever.
Yeah. So that's our tax dollars at work.
But CNN showed that at one of them there were some kids coming in. At one of them. It's so fucking dishonest, dude.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to leer, but we also have to understand that Charlie Kirk called it. Charlie Kirk literally called it. Dude, I'm gonna miss this man. This was less than a month before he was murdered. About 5% of Minneapolis is Somalian, but already 1 in 3 city residents living in public housing are Somali. 1/3. All right, so we are funding them. Now, the first Somali immigrant to chair the Minneapolis Public Housing Authority pled guilty to stealing more than $7.5 million in taxpayer dollars. As a leading figure in the massive Feeding Our Future fraud, dozens of people, overwhelmingly from the Somali community, stole more than $50 million, while Tim Walz's government did nothing to stop them. After all, that would have been racist.
Yep, and they 1000% knew what was happening and didn't do anything about it.
This is lunacy. America is one of the most desirable nations in human history. Instead of admitting useful people who make the country better, we have admitted millions who are immediately going into the dole, either overtly or by stealing it from the public. Democrats enable this because they don't see America as a real country. They see it as a pile of money for their clients to loot. And now he's dead. I wish Charlie Kirk could have been around to see what the Quality Leering Center actually was all about. Gentlemen, ladies, Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. I got one more thing to show you, and it's the craziest one out of all of them. If you look up Quality on Google or on YouTube, the first thing that shows up, Quality Leering Center, Minnesota. Yeah, here we go. Has anybody seen this guy? This is fucking great. Why is it so quiet? I'm gonna go to X.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone.
Oh, you don't say?
Also, checkbooks.
Yeah, apparently somebody broke into this guy's school overnight and stole all of the things that would show that they are committing fraud. How about that? No evidence. It was all stolen. I'm sorry, guys. Nothing to see here. We would have shown that we weren't committing fraud, but it all got stolen.
Ripped from our check papers that were from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community, as one video made by a specific individual made this all happen.
Dude, they really want to throw his name out there.
Receiving hateful messages through our...
Even when they don't say Nick Shirley, everybody knows who he's talking about. People are online. They fucking know.
Voice notes threatening us since the past couple of days, including one that happened yesterday morning when after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because
yeah, it is.
This is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans.
That's fucking convenient, ain't it?
we are supposed to stand with each other and help each other through everything that's happening.
Look at this bitch nodding her head. Like, these kind of people are the fucking problem. These liberal white women, I think they need to be deported along with the Somalians that are committing fraud.
This is also sad that a video can cause all of this.
Do you think that this woman actually believes this shit? Do you think she's that fucking dumb?
I want to say that there are
There's no way
of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all help our children and everyone in our community. We have high quality daycares, and this is very sad news that one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in the daycares, how engaged everyone else to come and do this to us.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. Totally.